OMGs, OMGs.
Yeah, we got this.
OMGs,
That
well,
time again.
OMGs, OMGs.
I'm getting the Ellen Jobbing Mrs. OMG. My lovely husband, you know, in my OMG. And together you can call us the OMG. Sit back, relax, and sip your tea. We keep you company.
OMGs, 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 well, OMGs, 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 yeah. Welcome to our channel, OMGs. 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 OMGs, 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 OMGs.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching our video today. But before we start, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. Say mwah.
Oh boy. Moi, j'ai doudou.
But you are black.
You racist.
Black boys. All the black boys, black boys, black boys. Welcome back to our channel, guys.
It's not been around since, you know, final case. This is how you are going to badge in on them. Black boys,
How
black
are you? Hope you are well. It has been ages.
My people, Jerry.
Ages.
How you guys doing?
Since we've seen y'all. Like, it's been ages since we've been here.
Why has it
We've
been
got a
that
new
long?
colour chair and thing.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
So it's not even
green.
recorded since we. Oh, wow. That means it's been like over a month.
It's well over a month. I think it's like 2 months now.
Are you serious?
That we sat down, like had a sit down video. Sorry
just-
guys. Feel cool. Simbini.
Or not?
Not. Yeah. Oh my
But thank you, those that have been checking on us, you know, thank you for hanging in there. Then those of you that are subscribed to our individual channels, at least you've been seeing us, you know.
Yeah. But thank you guys for sticking with us, both on our individual channels and on here. We appreciate y'all, whoever's watching this right now. Thank you for watching.
Shout out to you, the new subscribers too, welcome.
Don't be shy, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button.
But I was just greeting new subscribers. Why you say
But-
they should not be? They've already subscribed. So
But I'm telling people
thank
that,
you.
okay,
But
okay,
don't,
finish
I'm
yours.
greeting new subscribers.
It's better.
As in,
'Cause,
why
yeah,
will you jump their
it's not even
greeting?
up to 5 minutes.
Why will you jump the greeting of the new
Okay,
subscribers? Are you trying to say,
Mefa.
are you saying
Or
something?
Mara.
New subscribers, you are welcome, Larry.
And-
I see all over you the glory of the Lord. You're welcome
Hallelujah.
in the name of the Lord.
Are you guys out yet? I know that if you're abroad, like maybe in the UK, you can only have 6 people at a time. 6 people at
What
a
does that
time.
mean?
You can't have more than 6 people in the place at a time.
Oh, my, that's a lie. What did you just-
I've been seeing people like having a full house party.
As in-
Well,
You'll be having 120
Six.
people in a place
Six.
that should take 10 people.
but you know, the government, anyway, let's not even go there. Because the government, like, I just feel like everywhere, there's nowhere that is doing it perfectly.
This is not a government channel. That's not where
No, but I'm just saying that there's no country that is really doing it perfectly. Everyone is just trying to get through this.
Shall be safe.
Be
Keep
safe.
social distancing. Use your mask. Pray.
Use
wash
your
hands.
mask, guys, please.
Wash your
Use your
The mask
mask.
is not for the chin, it's for the nose.
Use your
But
mask.
overall, just really, really pray, you know,
Yeah.
God will see us through. Thank God He
Amen.
brought us this far. He will see us further.
Amen.
Today, no long thing, no plenty talks. Let's hope these are our new sessions. We won't be really having plenty talks like that. So
Excellent.
let's just delve into it. What came to my mind for us to talk about today, I don't even really have a topic about it, but it's something around, you know, as a couple, especially once you just got married, you guys, take it or leave it, you guys are coming from 2 different backgrounds, you know, you are 2 different individuals. No matter how much you say you love each other, there are a lot of differences. And if you are not careful or you are not intentional, there might be, without knowing it, there might be like a spirit of competition between you guys, even as a couple. Like, because everything, why I use the word intentional is everything in marriage is intentional. You have to decide that this is what you want to do, you know. And talking about competition, it's not just natural competition as you will see anywhere else, because of course you guys are married, you are not competing against each other, but it might be latent, you know. For example, it might even be in the entitlement of the husband wanting to be a leader all the time, and maybe even the wife has some good suggestions that will work in times of decision, when it comes to maybe making decisions and everything, and maybe the wife has a better decision that will work for the whole family, but the husband is like, no, now this way where I see him, it does happen.
I think it's an interesting topic because I think there can be, like you said, sometimes you don't realise there's a bit of a tug of war when in marriages where it's that because of maybe a more traditional background, you are thinking, oh, this is how, for example, this is how my parents this is how my parents were, this is how I grew up, this is what works, and this must be how our family is. And the truth is that you can't replicate, you know, even if your parents' marriage was so perfect, this is not the same people that are married. You know, we can't be so rigid in marriage, and I totally understand you, and it's that constant, whereas the other person's like, you know, but I want us to do it like this, and that's where it can be really hard because it's like it's already hard enough that you're two different people coming together and compromising on certain things. But even when it comes to like decisions of the house, and it's trying to reach that place that where you're kind of on the same wavelength, you're balanced, like essentially. You get what I mean?
Yeah, what you said totally makes sense and everything. And to buttress what I was trying to say further, yeah, we shouldn't make our differences, because as a couple, take it or leave it, even twins have their differences, you understand? So you shouldn't make your differences something of opposition. You shouldn't make it something of repulsion. You should actually see it as your strength. You understand? For example, okay, let me give a practical example here. When we first, because I had my ideas of how I wanted to raise my child and everything. And like you said, based on society, based on what I've seen in movies, based on what I've seen with my parents and what I believe was right. But a lot of it took a while, it took a lot of friction between us two. Because initially, I was just like, is it like everything I say you want to be coming against? Like you trying to undermine me? I was there, But it took a lot of, that's why I used being intentional. Like I had to sit back, unlearn and relearn. And when I calmed down, because you need to actually calm down. That's why I said you shouldn't see your differences as something to fight about, because if it's always an uproar or you're always like hot, you will not see the sense in it, you know. I had to do a lot of unlearning and relearning and letting myself know that, okay, wait, this person this is not like, we're not trying to campaign against each other. We're actually on the same team, you get? So no matter what the differences are, the worst thing that can happen is if you have an idea, okay, and I try to see that way, at least if it doesn't work, Shebi will focus on another way and everything, you know. But over time, we've noticed our differences. And when you notice your differences, you realize that where the other person is strong, both of you cannot be strong in the same places all the time, you get. So there are places that I'm weak and she's really, really strong. For instance, a very funny example, and something that used to happen a lot, and over the years and months, I respected it, and I knew that I was coming from a good place, and I've now been seeing the positive results. Although I don't even think I really had a problem with it, was you correcting my English a lot, you get. I didn't really even see a problem with it, but imagine I was seeing a problem with it. Now, there are some times that I say some things to our daughter, and she corrects it on the instant without disrespecting me, but just because she doesn't want my daughter to, because
that, because you know children, they're like sponges, they will soak it up and they'll start repeating it as you said it. Yeah, that right there.
And the way from me is that thing you teach her first. You get, once you teach her, it is law. She will now be correcting you with what you have taught her. You get, do you understand? So that's the best example I could give right now. A lot of things when it comes to that, but basically what I'm just trying to say is we are strong in different areas. You get, it took you a while to because you are a producer. That's what you studied and everything. Yeah. And it took you a while to
accept that you were better at producing than I am. Like it took me a long while to be at, you know, because I just feel like, oh, this is something that I do and I've done. Why should I necessarily listen to you? all the time when it comes to certain things, but I've had to accept that you are a lot stronger in that department, which doesn't take away from my creativity. Same way that even with Fermi, like there was a bit of that tug of war kind of thing where it was that, it was less about my research, but more from my experience with my sisters, actually, and working with children, that I really I've learned that you need you need extra patience. And because I used to compare it to how I was raised, like just from little things from my upbringing, that I realized that, oh my gosh, that really affected me in this particular area. Or, because, I've always said to you that I want her to be, our daughter to be super confident and to be able to speak to anybody, no matter where she is, and not feel nervous about, expressing how she feels, especially in this day and age as well. Like, being expressive is very, very important. So just, that was what I was essentially not fighting, but, fighting for. I wanted us to, I'm glad that, I thank God that we've reached a resolution with that. And even with, when it comes to you helping me with my channel and creating things and everything, and I've just felt like, does that mean I'm not a good creator? Am I not really creative? Am I not talented enough? Why do I need your help? It was a lot for me. And again, it's like, it's humbling yourself and getting to a point of actually, we're on the same team. It's of benefit to me to accept help from you and vice versa. It's of benefit to, not just for me, but for our family to receive help where it's needed. For example, but then that doesn't take away the responsibility that we both share. I say that because sometimes you could be like, I'm not, anyone, like most people, everyone has this thing, or like, I'm not really good at that, I'm not good at that kind of thing. That's not really my kind of thing. So that therefore, because you say that you're not good at that thing, means that you shouldn't try. I don't agree. Like, I always feel like, you should try. Even if you're, like, I think saying it is, the words are powerful and, their life. So if you continue saying it, then you'll never be good at that thing.
Yeah, so that was, don't use the excuse of, okay, if this other person is stronger and does the other, that means you will now be dormant.
Exactly.
No, that's
just, just like, some people, like some men aren't very domestic. They're not very domesticated. And that's fine. Even some women aren't very domesticated, and that's fine. But that's not an excuse to leave everything else to the other person. I don't agree that one person has to do certain things.
For example, I was really domesticated when I was younger, but as I kept on growing and I became independent, once I could afford whatever would help me in whatever area, I just used to do it and everything, so I'm not really domesticated as it were. But thank God I'm able to put in place things that would help and not put the load on her. But when it now comes to it's only both of us, like the times that our mates were not available or we had to change mates and it was just both of us, I would not leave her to it. It was not convenient for me, you get, but it's something I would do, you get. But I think this will be another topic, so that we can have a lot of things to say. Yeah. But based on what you said, so me talking about these things kind of being latent competitions, you won't even know that you are silently in competition with your spouse. See the example you gave now that when I was trying to help you with your content, it came to you like, is it like I'm better than you and everything? Like that is kind of putting us against each other. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're supposed to be on the same team. So that's what I mean by saying, let our differences work for us and not put us on opposite teams. Because the earlier and the easier and the more we see that we're actually now one and we're on the same team. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is leading. And the same thing, it doesn't matter who is earning more. If our mind is in the same place, that's another conversation for another time and everything, you get. Because, for example, we now in our one pocket we get. So if you bring 82 billion,
amen,
you get, and I bring 1 million or vice versa, you get, it still is in the same pocket. We don't see anybody, you get. But basically, I said we're not going to talk long for today. Try and see that you are on the same team. From the earlier, even from before you get married, like once you're already, you know that this is the person you want to marry, you get married to, and you are engaged, all those things. Just see like you guys are entering the same trousers. You understand?
Basically. And like...
So imagine we are in the same trousers now.
There's not much room.
You are saying, you must go to Ojota. I'm saying I must go to Lekki.
It's like, how?
You just tear the trouser. Do you understand?
Yeah, I still want an analogy.
It's too deep, Lenny.
Deep.
Wow. So yeah,
it's so true.
Our differences should be our strength. We should actually celebrate our differences. Like now, and celebrate in the sense that appreciate that she's different from you. So she's bringing her own spice. Yeah, and that is what makes two better than one.
Yeah.
As opposed to wanting to force her from her difference and bring her to your own team and everything you get.
And the fact that we're together, nobody, like, as teammates, no one is a subordinate. No one is like, oh, I am of greater value because I'm doing this, and you're just doing that. Because that is also a problem as well. We need to be mindful that, there is no look, you're not looking down on your spouse because of maybe how they react to certain things, or maybe what they do, or how much they do. It's just trying to lift them up, like, consistently.
And the fact that, for example, what we believe here, that the husband, I am the head, but that is because we agreed. You understand? Like, okay. I don't know how to put it. It's more or less a situation of a country. The president is the president because the people made the president the president. It's not because the president is better than every other person. Do you understand?
Exactly.
So she's not somebody that, she's not my subject. Hey, your king is here. Do you understand? You get, but it's the whole leadership of the man being the leader of the woman is based on love. The woman has chosen to love and subjected and submitted. Do you understand?
Yeah, submit and support.
And there's more responsibility in even being a leader. A leader is even more of a servant. Do you understand? But
that's another thing entirely.
So hope.
I wish our people would know that as well. Not you politicians.
So, Sha, before we shall leave to finally buttress.
Buttresser.
And I'm from my chemistry teacher, Mr. Corroborate. Corroborate, to buttress and corroborate. That's when I learned the English. Anyways, to buttress the whole
in conclusion
of everything, buttress the whole everything we have been saying today, I would want to play a clip. And let me say something about this clip. So it's a clip of Feranmi reciting the Lord's Prayer. I will see from that episode, I want to play the behind the scenes, not the edited one, so that they will see the way she read it. But if I can't find it, then I will record her reading it again.
Okay.
So on edited, how Feranmi reads the Lord's Prayer, and I learned a lot from how she reads it. If I was the one that taught Feranmi the Lord's Prayer, it's something else. Let's just play for you guys to see first. Oh yeah, watch. Our Father.
Our Father, who was in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, and we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For that's the kingdom, and power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Good girl. Thank you. Clap for yourself.
Let me see.
So, hope you guys, I'm sure a lot, especially all of us that studied in Nigeria, and those of you that studied with me, with Mr. Jali Koko, you understand. This was the first time I heard the Lord's Prayer being recited like, because the way we recited the Lord's Prayer was, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, as it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread. But the first day, I was even shocked, because I knew when you kind of started teaching, and it was really fast the way she learned it, and it's based on how you teach her. I think you found a way to be teaching, but the way she arranged the sentences, I need to even go and watch it to remember again. Our Father who art in heaven.
Because it was literally how I was taught in primary school. I was a Muslim then, but I learned the Lord's Prayer because we used to recite every morning at assembly.
That part, that will be done on earth as it is. That
will be done on earth as it is.
See the way I even say now, that will be done on earth, but that will be done oh God,
on earth as it is in heaven.
She sounds like audio Bible for children. So imagine I'm the one that will everything. I'm the one that will be teaching this girl everything, and I force myself to teach her the Lord's Prayer. She'll not be angry with me when she grows up. I mean, that I shall force this my generational tongue.
Oh no, Shanu.
So just find out who is better at what, and let that person take over that particular thing because it's for the good of the whole family at the end of the day, you know. And in the process of the person doing that thing, you to try to get better on that because all of us are one at the end of the day. So, no competition, celebrate your differences.
And shout out to people that went to Imbayo and Toy Band, you know, my nursery back then. And, you know,
say that again.
Imbayo.
Mbayi.
I don't know. I think it's Imbayo. I used to call it Imbayo.
Mbayo.
No, Imbayo.
Where?
Surely. And
Are you sure it's not Ibrahim Bayo?
I don't know. Maybe it could have been.
Because Ibrahim Bayo. I think it might be Ibrahim. I don't know where they were. I don't know. But from what it rhymed with.
If anybody knew, if anyone grew up in Shomolu in around the early 1990s.
You went there till you were 3. Is that what you said? You said you left Nigeria when you were 3.
Yeah, I left Nigeria when I was 3. I went there and I went to Toybat.
Shout out to everybody that went to Ifelodun Primary School. And we had good teachers there. You get, like, I remember Mr. Agbaje. Anybody that knows Mr. Agbaje, shout out to Mr. Agbaje.
Jimmy Agbaje.
No. But it was a disciplinarian, man. That man, they beat Jesus Christ. Mr. Agbaje.
Why are you shouting out to him then?
No, now he's... Dude, at least he had the beating helped me.
Yeah.
Probably I would have... no, but that ain't no, you. But he...
In primary school?
No.
Yeah,
like,
man.
primary school had primary 6 now. Primary school is where you have the most stubborn people.
What are you leaning by?
Oluwa. Primary school is when you get to school late. The primary school is when I chopped the most beating of my life.
Don't shit. Because the worst that it was,
even when I went to...
Fatima, please, you're standing in the corner. And that was terrible.
Standing in the corner. Teacher Elumasu. Even in that corner, we'll start another gang. We'll start making noise.
And I thought Miss Hedman was my head teacher at primary school. I thought she was really strict.
Anyway, since we're shouting out schools, if Fellow Primary School, shout out to everybody that went to
St. Mark's Primary School in Oval, Pennington.
Then my mom pushed me up a little bit. Then we started with private schools. Eco International Primary School, though it was on my street. Eco International Primary School.
Oh my God.
Shout out to everybody. Who do I remember?
I know.
Uncle Grant. It's people that beat my life that I remember.
Can I ask?
Uncle Grant.
How are you calling someone in school uncle?
I know, that Uncle Auntie, that's what we used to call it. Uncle Grant beat us.
Ew.
And this man, he was the one teaching us maths from Lacombe. God, Thursdays were days of horror. If you miss any question in Lacombe, you almost have by Uncle Grant. But it was good too. He had his good sides, like music. He used to sing. I was a drummer. He used to sing well for us and that every
But he used to beat the hell out of you guys.
Uncle Grant. High grade secondary school. Shout out to you guys.
Charles Edward Brooke, I.E. Chips, Egg and Bacon. It's no longer. It's called something else now, but it's
High grade secondary. Who do I remember in high grade? Uncle Daudu.
And Christ the King.
Uncle Daudu. Mr. Bill, our maths teacher. Mr. Bill. That man made.
Bio.
That was my foundation for mathematics. That was when my mathematics. BIOH is a Ghanaian. That was when my mathematics game changed for life. Mr. Bill. Then till later when he now changed again.
All right, guys.
So yeah.
That's a lot of shout-outs.
Then Covenant University, you know.
University.
University.
You know why they changed their name? It was Luton when I first got there.
All your schools are changing names.
Yeah, but it's University of Bedfordshire.
Whatever.
We went. Y'all that know.
Peace out,
you
guys.
know. Peace out. It's on down. Oh my God. Hey guys.
Yeah, thank you for watching our video.
Thank you.
But before you leave, we are forgetting something.
Have you liked this video? Did you like this video?
Did you comment? Have you subscribed to our channel?
Subscribe. And did you hit the notification bell?
You have. Thank you so much. If you haven't, please just do, yeah?
Do that, please.
See you guys on the next video. Bye.
Family, get in the bathroom now.
Bye-bye.